welcome. In these dark times where tabletop opponents are a little bit difficult to find, how can we possibly keep ourselves entertained? I know, we could play some wargaming related PC games. So, let's start with Space Hulk Deathwing. And don't worry, I'm going to appear on the screen right now. Hello there. Now we've got all of one viewer at the moment, so we'll see whether this kind of red hot sizzling content goes down well with the audience. And then we'll decide how much more of it to do based on that. Okay, Space Hulk Deathwing. I've played the tutorial, so I'm pretty much an expert now. So I'm going to dive straight into the campaign and see how it goes. So you're a Terminator, you have a squad of Terminators, and you're shooting at Gene Stealers, presumably. Let's jump straight in, shall we? Press any button to start. Here we go. Hopefully you can hear all this just fine.
This is Grand Master Belial, addressing all warriors of the First Company.
I don't know if that's how you
Forged from
pronounce his
countless
name.
ships in the seething forces of warp space, a space hulk has been deposited here by the uncaring tides of the Immaterium. I have dubbed this drifting lair of abominations Olethros. A hive swarm of tyrannids already besets the system. So while the honored warriors of the Deathwing embark upon the purging of this space hulk, our brothers shall assist the Astra Militarum and Imperial Navy in destroying this tendril of the Great Devourer. Command of the assault belongs to an epistolary of the Librarian, a deadly battle psyker of the chapter. Leading a specially assembled squad, the Librarian will investigate abnormal auger returns and psychic emanations from within this.
I do own plenty of Deathwing Terminators, by the way. Don't have a Terminator Librarian, though.
The ether gifts me visions. I see a threat far more deadly than gene-hungry Tyranids. A scream and a dark promise. A ship in the shadow, a relic from our secret past. I feel the tightness in my gut as I see a cataclysm as yet unseen. The Obra Mortalis descends upon us. The shadow of death.
Dun dun dun.
Brothers,
We've got
the first
Stu in the chat.
scanners of the Space Hulk have revealed a Dark Angel ship that dates back to the Age of Heresy. It is located in the heart of the Olethros Space Hulk. This ship from our ancestors seems to be protected by a mysterious energy field. Teleportation to the ship is currently impossible. The
Well,
only
that's
way to reach it
unfortunate,
is
isn't it?
through the main mass of the Space Hulk. Reaching
I'm sure there's
this
a reason
ship
they can't
is
just
your
blow it
primary
up
concern.
from the outside.
Trust your battle brothers to deal with the rest of the Olethros. Brothers, retribution is at hand. It is our strength. We are the sons of Caliban.
I suppose they have
Let
to salvage all the
fury
sacred
guide your
artifacts and
weapons.
whatnot, don't they?
Let vengeance be your song. We are the angels of death, and our enemies shall fall.
Yeah, I don't think this game got particularly good reviews. So, am I the librarian? I don't know. I wouldn't have thought so, but he did seem to be the central character. I think we're hurtling through space at the moment. And there's some very tiny text there, and they don't even give you time to read it. That's nice. Okay.
Brother Librarian, the initial boarding strike
Oh,
is
maybe I am the librarian.
We have lost contact with Squad Gideon. Your sensorium should receive Gideon's beacon signal, though it will be weak. Need Squad Gideon to secure the breaching zone. Locate them as quickly as possible. When you are successful, proceed to secure the landing area to establish the full bridgehead. Praise the Lion.
Okay. Deploy. We don't have too many options here then. So we've got 2 storm bolters to choose from. Let's see, what is the difference though? Not a huge amount. This one seems to have better fire rate. Let's just stick with this standard one. And we want a force sword. Got more speed on its side. Also got the lost mace of Corswain. Let's just stick with the force sword for now then. And oh, we can equip the other guys as well, can we? Got 2 other squad mates. One with the storm bolter. Oh, you can rotate them. This is the apothecary then. His healy thing there. Presumably is that. And then we've got this brother as well. An assault cannon, or we could give him lightning claws. Let's go with the assault cannon for now. You. Okay, let's do this. If we're going to be released from our space shackles. Okay then.
In position. So, we start seeking for Gideon's squad. We're sending Gideon's beacon channel to you.
So it's in that direction. I think I know how to control the squad and tell them where to go. But it may take a while. I need to get all the controls memorized in my brain. Let's see if I can still do everything. So Q is hit things with the sword and hold it down is like a powerful slash. I assume they're not going to throw too many enemies at us immediately. Let me know what the video quality is like, by the way. If it's smooth enough. I've been adjusting some of the settings because last time I tried to stream anything, it was a bit on the low quality side. Can we get to them that way? I don't think Terminators can climb ladders, can they? Surely not. Let's see if we can crack through there. Nope. This way. How about through there? There we go. Error. From a little preview window of the video, it looks like decent quality. You can't jump, by the way, Terminator, which makes sense because they are very heavy. So how are we supposed to get around this mess? Are we supposed to at all? I mean, I assume you can't jump. Let's tell someone to move over there and see if they actually do it. Well, there they go. I've told them to get there, so I'll just follow them. I don't know whether it's just gene stealers in this game or whether there'll be all different kinds of Tyranids. I assume there'll be more enemies than just that one standard type. I've played the other Space Hulk games. I haven't played Space Hulk Tactics actually. I've played Space Hulk, not the original. I think I did have the original, but couldn't get it working back in the day.
We are not alone.
Slow down, guys. There's the more recent Space Hulk, which I've played on Steam, which is a turn-based. It's basically a simulation of the board game, and that was quite fun. And Space Hulk Tactics looks like the same kind of thing. This is obviously different, so... Okay, so we're still stuck. What's this? Press E. vessel belonging to the ancient time of the legions, Astarte and the Mechanicum. Indications are that it is in good condition. We must reach this vessel. It is likely to contain ancient machines, data, and relics. Securing these treasures is an absolute priority. Alert, machine relics detected. Okay. Did that help me at all? We can't get through that way. What about here? Looking for any walls that might be bashable. I think I need to tell the squad to follow me again. There we go. 3 viewers right now. Let me know what the video quality is like, by the way, because I can still fiddle with settings next time. Okay, let's try in here before we bash through that door. Actually, this kind of looks like it might be the next big area, so let's just smash this door first. Do we even need to smash every single door? I don't think we do. Have I just blocked up that door now? Oh, we're shooting. I'm going to break this door down because I wanted to actually see what was behind there. Didn't mean to see it. I've actually got stuff in here. Not that my squad seem too concerned. I'll go back to that room where all the action was in a minute. Doesn't seem to be a huge amount of activity in here. Oh, here we go. Another door. Need to remember, I can just open doors. Is this where I just was? Could well be. So let's go back. Apparently Stu is a big fan of this game, which is nice, so someone actually likes it out there. Okay, it was this way, where my dudes were shooting at people. So let's see what we've got in here. What's that? One of those floating skulls. Servo skulls, I think they're called, aren't they? Still haven't seen any enemies for ourselves. Although we're in kind of a big round chamber with doors all around it. Which would suggest that lots of enemies are going to start swarming in here at some point. What it usually means trying to interact with things. Let's see. Oh dear, dead person. Let's see what's back here. We've got some angry people with guns. Can we walk across there? There's a big hole in the floor.
Action complete.
No, don't heal me. I keep trying to jump. Jumping does not exist. Is there another way across there? No. got one viewer right now, so this is riveting entertainment I'm providing right here. I expect to get at least 12 views on this video or I'll be very disappointed. Got more people shooting at us there. Also, you don't have to hold down the right mouse button to continue aiming, it's just a press kind of thing. That doesn't look safe. Oh, we've got a cutscene. Some kind of horrible creature.
Prescient power lets me seek prediction of the future.
Okay then. I could be painting right now, if I wanted to. But the things I actually want to paint, I don't have the colours I need for them at the moment, because I'm waiting for them to arrive. So I thought this would be a nice replacement for actual hobby activity. With me, I need to have some motivation to paint something. I can't just paint it because I have it. It needs to be, I'm going to use it at some point soon. Or it's just something that excites me because it's something that I've spent a long time at building, for instance. If you're in my Facebook group, you may have seen a really hideous conversion I've done for my Kings of War Night Stalkers army. So I would like to be painting that. I'm a big fan of reloading before the gun gets down to 0. In some games it punishes you for that by draining your ammo, like it ditches the unused ammo out of the clip.
Die, Xenos! Die, Xenos!
I've seen a lot of these guys in robes. Haven't seen any gene stealers yet. Obviously the infamous Space Hulk enemies. Okay, let's just start heading towards the objective then, instead of trying to explore every inch. I think there was a door around here. There we go. Can we actually open this one, or is it smashy time? Let's open it. If you don't smash the doors, then you can seal them behind you, which presumably will slow the tide of enemies. But we don't seem to be really swarmed at the moment anyway. I think they're just easing us in gently to the combat. We haven't really experienced any enemies trying to get right up in our face yet. It seems very inefficient building all these churches and temples inside a spaceship. With stone, no less. Just doubled our number of viewers. Okay, that guy looks a bit gene stealery. Like a gene stealer cultist. Is that what they've all been like so far? They haven't got close enough for us to actually see them yet. But they've certainly got too many arms for my liking. That way looks like the right way, but the door's closed, and this door's open, so let's just have a look down here first. I don't know if you can actually run out of ammo. Terminators have some kind of inbuilt infinite ammo supply in their Stormbolters or not. Now, in most games you would think that you would walk up to this, hit E, and it would just take you to another floor. No. There's not a lot of things you can interact with, it seems. I'm trying to think what games this reminds me of. The graphic style. More people shooting at us. I haven't really had to give my squad too many instructions yet. I'm sure that'll come. I've got it on medium difficulty, I think. I would expect a little bit of a challenge. I don't know if shooting them in the head actually kills them any faster. It's got quite a decent atmosphere, this game, but we don't feel particularly vulnerable at the moment. Which I suppose is right if you're a Terminator and you're only coming up against these little puny guys with guns so far. I imagine on a high difficulty you would feel it a bit more. I'd also expect it to get more challenging when we actually face some enemies that are rushing around, possibly climbing on walls, trying to claw our faces off. And nothing we're running into so far is really standing a chance, but it's still early. So let's give them the benefit of the doubt. I assume there are like bonus relics you can find on each level. That would seem to fit the theme. But I'm not going to walk around the edge of every single room looking for anything secret. In my mind, I'm going to be comparing this to Vermintide, probably, since that's also a Warhammer licensed game. It's in a similar style. That's a lot more close combat focused. Okay, is this the chamber we were already in earlier? Let's go back this way then. And down here, we seem to be getting closer. We're moving in the general direction of that retrieve Gideon objective. Well, something ran past the end there. Are we going to get some more terrible villains now? Let's look in here. The thing with Space Hulk, in general, including the board game, it feels like you're an extremely powerful character. But you're also vulnerable in other ways because you're so slow, cumbersome. Reminds me a little bit, I think it's BioShock 2, where you play a Big Daddy. So you're incredibly powerful, but enemies can kind of weasel around you a lot. Okay, we're definitely going the right way here. Getting very close now. I'd expect to start seeing something nasty very soon. Okay, let's crash through this. Anyone else? Yes.
Fortunately, my fears were well founded. May their shades fight on.
Okay, they're all dead.
Once the bridgehead is established, they will live on in honor. I have an anomalous signal return. Verify it first.
Well, let's look the other way before we go and check out the anomalous signal. Look at all these dead Terminator. Presumably they've faced some tougher enemies than we have. What's going on in there? That door looks a bit jammed. Not anymore. Okay, what have we got here? A relic. So have we found the Scepter of Power then? Presumably. Relics of a Dark Angel from the time of the Great Crusade are scattered throughout the Space Hulk. Recover them all. Okay then. So apparently we have enemies nearby. It's one of those games where you feel like you have to be looking backwards a lot. But on the other hand, you do have squad members, which also makes it a little bit less horrifying. That didn't sound good. Oh, we've got Gene Stealers.
Reactivate the defense grid at any cost.
Our foes approach quickly. We must reactivate local defensive systems to secure the bridgehead.
Is there anything interesting down here then, apart from corpses? No. Okay, I'm not sure if you can see. Oh yeah, you can see the bars of your two squad mates down there. They don't look in too bad shape at the moment. I wonder how much they actually do on their own, or whether you have to kind of micromanage them when it comes to using their healing abilities and such.
We are receiving strange signal echoes.
And we've got more Gene Stealers. if there was no squad here and you were just on your own, I could see this being quite a scary game. And the fact that you've always got someone watching your back. Especially for me, because I can only hear in one direction. So a game like this, where you're probably supposed to be picking up audio cues from all around you, it's probably not my strongest suit. Are we supposed to be going this way? Looks like it. I suppose if I keep the targeter on, then I'll see the enemies kind of highlighted, won't I? Then it's a bit too zoomed in for just general movement. Seem to be going the right way though. Left or right? They're both kind of headed for that direction. Let's just have a peek up here. Actually seal this door. There we go. If anyone's played Alien Swarm, I think it's free, that game. You do the same kind of thing. You've got aliens coming after you and you can block up the doors behind you to slow them down. Try this way. There's something moving up there. Don't know if it was enemies. Okay, that sounds like something awful. Which my squad dealt with, presumably. I don't think I've used any of my psychic powers yet. Let's try. Necessary there. There we go. Yeah, I've got the psychic lightning bolt thing. Don't know what the number 1 psychic power does. Is that like a blast? Don't think I had to use that in the tutorial. And the Psi Gate, that takes you to kind of a re-equipping area. Or at least it did in the tutorial. I don't know how the mission structure really works in this game, whether it's just one long continuous game and you just stop playing when you feel like it. But just in case, see if we actually have a save. I assume it's auto-saving then. Okay, oh, somebody's hurt. And that is that you? Or is that you? Obviously we don't want anyone to get killed here. soon as this lot's cleared out, we'll see about healing somebody. Okay, so which one are you?
They are overwhelming us. Action complete.
Okay, so that wasn't who I wanted to heal. Let's try and heal everybody. Okay, that's better. And I don't know if the enemies are actually going to stop. So let's keep moving. Right, how do we get around there? Can kill enemies just by charging at them, but you need to have your sprint meter. But as a Terminator, you can't just be sprinting around constantly. Activate the generators.
We are the angels of death.
Okay. Oh, more of them. That guy came out of nowhere.
You will all die.
I think that's a safe bet. Getting to heal himself there. A bit low.
Action complete.
I don't know if it was necessary to heal me exactly. But let's heal. There we go. Oh, there's some enemies. Sneaking around behind us. At some point I'm going to be streaming Vermintide again with Mr. Remington Steele. So that'll be pure entertainment. I was actually going to be doing more of these game live streams over the last few days, but I managed to give myself a grievous finger injury. I was putting a razor saw through a miniature to get its head off to stick on something else, and the miniature managed to slip out of the vice that was holding it, which caused the saw to slide into my knuckle. But that seems to be healing up nicely now. Okay, we've activated the generator. Yep, that looks active all right. So now what?
The activation of the generators has woken a dormant gene stealer swarm.
Of course it has.
It is time to establish the bridgehead to allow the main force to breach. Go to your assigned battle zone with your command squad.
Oh, we've got enemies everywhere. Well, he did say it was a swarm. It's not really surprising. Okay, let's get a good defensive position here.
We are the Angels of Death.
It is fun gunning these things down. So we have to get all the way down there. Okay. Presumably through this Gene Stealer swarm. Yeah, I'm trying to remember to use my psychic abilities. Yeah, we should probably try and move while gunning everyone down here. Yeah, the squad seem to be able to handle themselves quite well. Often in games where you have a squad, you'll find that you end up doing 99% of the killing and that they don't do much, but they do actually seem quite effective. I don't know for a fact that you can just do a straight up multiplayer of the whole campaign and just have someone play the parts of the other Terminators. I know there is cooperative mode though. I don't know if it's the same as the single player. If anyone knows, let me know. I will look into that as well. I'd like to see if I can get anyone else in on this action. So we are going to heal him. He's looking a bit worse for wear. We're going to heal me now. Okay, so I think we need to keep moving here. And if we come across any doors, any obvious doors, then I'll try and seal them behind us as well. Medkit charge exhausted. I wonder if that's something that'll actually refresh as you move along, or whether it's just per mission you have a set amount. I don't know if there's friendly fire in this game. I'm sure I've hit my own guys a few times. There's a vast swarm of these things. Okay, do we have any? Nope. So the med kits, I don't want to be quite so liberal with their applications in the future. I want to hold up on that a bit more in future. Doesn't look like we're too far away from the target area though. Although, not up that way. Okay, let's get here and lock the door. I'll try to lock the door. There we go.
They are coming.
Okay, where are the enemies? Stay on this catwalk. Got some cultists down there. Okay, I don't know if this is the final objective of the mission, but we'll find out shortly. I assume we'll have to face off against something awful to secure this.
Zealous horde incoming.
Okay, yeah, we've got a
Glory
horde
to the
incoming.
Emperor. Glory to the Lion.
Let's get up here. This looks like a good choke point to defend. Oh no, they want us to defend down there. Apparently.
Behind our weapons.
Suppose we better go where they tell us to.
Battlefield shell joins the line.
You are dead. Load. Let's see. I think that was a very short time ago. Let's go for that one. And let's try not to die this time. I did see it auto-save a minute ago, so that is a thing. Yeah, I think we already get the idea with this. I don't know what I'm doing here though. Oh yeah, this is the thing,
Zealous horde incoming.
which I'd forgotten was a thing. Okay.
Righteous shall prevail.
Position.
They
Glory
should
to
see
the
it.
Emperor. Glory to the Lion.
If I just enabled something... Oh no, there's enemies, I see them. Okay, that is a lot of enemies.
They are overwhelming us.
Yes, they are. try that again. I'm going to see if I can open up my psychic portal. Galzag in the chat there. So, there seems to be some kind of turret. So let's hack it this time. Presumably that'll help us kill enemies. Oh, there we go. Is that my squad running around down there? Okay. Where are the enemies? Okay, that didn't seem to go exactly as I had planned there. My teammates coming back, presumably. I think I'm gonna need them. And I'm dead again. Okay, let's try that again. Okay, we're not gonna bother hacking that turret this time.
Horde incoming.
Hold position. Glory to the Emperor.
Launching a
Glory
side
to the
gate.
Lion.
Okay, so everyone's healed up nicely, and we could actually change equipment here. Let's see if we've actually got anything there. So, don't have any other psychic powers unlocked yet. Okay, let's just go back, now that we're healed. So that's something to consider when there's a break in the action. So let's try and end a bit better this time, lads. I wonder if going through the side gate recharged our medkits as well.
Vengeance, God. We are the angels of death.
Definitely a lot more challenging since we started fighting actual gene stealers instead of just cultists. I'm not sure what keeps exploding, but it seems to be exploding on the enemies. Okay, we have got medkits back now. Medkit is reload. How about now? Okay, good. Yeah, we've got a lot of enemies climbing down there. So, presumably it looks like we're just over halfway through now, if that yellow bar at the top is anything to go by. Halfway through this swarm, and I think we're doing alright. That tactical withdrawal into the psychic gate seems to have saved our bacon a bit here. Only one like on this video so far, that's outrageous. This is the kind of red hot sizzling content that people have been demanding in these troubling times. You don't know when the next tabletop game is going to come from, so you just take what you can get. And this is, of course, tabletop related, obviously. Right, we need to heal him. And you need to heal yourself, Mr. Healer. Sure, we're going to be able to get some of the bigger guns later on. Oh, plasma cannons. Oh, it looks like we've done it. Is that the end of the mission, though?
Bridgehead secured. This is only the start. Commence the hunt for the fallen.
So, mission accomplished, there we go. Okay, relics found. Poor. Honor kills. Headshots. Okay, so headshots is the thing. Total kills 703. So everything seems to be a bit closer to poor, apart from Mechanicus Cult killed. Enemies killed, Gene Stealers 180. Accuracy 52%. Did use some psychic powers now and then. 54 minutes. New equipment available, assault cannon. Yeah, we already had an assault cannon. So, next. And what's all this then? So do I want to put points into command? Okay, I see. Or devotion, or psychic. Let's find out. Your allies can now use a plasma cannon effectively. Well, I was just saying I wanted the plasma cannon, so let's put a plasma cannon point in there. And can't get 1 point to activate anything else right now, because there are some of these blank spots as well. So, what are we going to get here? Resistant to enemies' attacks. Let's put a point on psychic as well, so we can start to unlock more psychic abilities. And as soon as this starts, I think I'm going to end it there for now. And that's quite enough as a first episode. And I may try and get some more people in on this juicy action as well.
We have encountered Gene Stealer hybrids armed
So
with
let's
ranged
skip this
weapons.
for now and we can get the
They're
briefing
launching counterattacks
later.
against the perimeter, threatening the integrity.
Okay, menu. We want to go back to the main menu. Yes. Okay, that's going to be that then. So I hope that was entertaining for people. And if it wasn't, then I'm sure that'll be reflected in a mediocre view count and a mediocre like count. But if you want to see more of this kind of thing, then let me know in the comments as well. I've got other games. I've got Warhammer Dark Omen, which is a nice old game, which I'm probably going to play at some point as well, because that's one of my favourites. And there are the more modern things. I've got Space Marine, obviously Vermintide, this. It's Total War Warhammer, but that's really kind of long-winded video series. There's a few other games available as well. I've got Vermintide 2, so let me know what you want to see in these videos. And otherwise, there are going to be actual tabletop content coming out as well. There's going to be some videos when I get the new Kings of War Abyssal Dwarf models when they arrive. I'm going to do some videos on that. I might do some painting videos, and other than that, it's going to be pretty lean times for most channels, I think. There's not a lot people can do if they can't get physical opponents. There's also some solo tabletop gaming that I'm looking into as well, and some kind of interactive scenarios I could do, or some board games that could be played over the internet with other people involved. So looking into all those options, and don't forget to check out all the links in the description. And yeah, check out all my social media shenanigans down there. And in fact, you know what, just to reward people that actually watch this all the way through, we're going to put the camera back on. I'm going to show you what I'm working on actually. So, Night Stalkers for Kings of War. I've done a couple of conversions. This is my Shadow Hulk that I've been working on. And look at that, that is quite the gigantic, hideous monstrosity. You can see which bits are converted because obviously there's lots of putty on there. And lots of green stuff, faces all over the place. And that just, lots of work has gone into this. A ton. So I'm looking forward to painting that soon. I'm waiting for lots of different shades of purple to arrive, some contrast paints. I'm hoping that'll speed up the army in general. But very pleased with how this is looking so far. Very close to getting to the painting stage. And also, that's a really complicated model, a very simple one as well, which is this, which is going to be a Dread Fiend for my Night Stalkers, which is just a pair of legs with a head on it. I don't even think I need to add anything else to that, because I think it's so horrifying just on its own. I think anything else would be too much. I think just keeping that one simple might be the best thing. I think it just looks hilarious. So I've got those two, and then I've got loads of actual regular Night Stalker models as well, which I'm working on. So that's obviously going to be the next army. And when the new Abyssal Dwarfs arrive, they're going to take centre stage, obviously, for a while, until I've got them painted. And, okay, let's disappear for real now. So I hope the people that stuck around to the end feel adequately rewarded for their time with those little sneak peeks. And all that remains to be said is, good afternoon out there. Whatever you are.